Welcome back, y'all. It's the Amanda Seales Show. I am Amanda Seales. Let's launch into some Black-curate news. All right. I keep telling y'all that I feel like Tennessee is the kind of like testing ground for what the conservative right would like to see America become. And they continue to show this. They have voted in the House of Representatives to replace the entire board of trustees at the Tennessee State University, an HBCU, citing financial mismanagement. By the way, they also tried to do this for an entire majority Black town in Tennessee. The Republican governor signed it into law, then handpicked a new Tennessee board, a new board. All are TSU alums. I'm not saying this from, knowledge, but I wonder if these alums are skin folk and or kinfolk. Okay.
That's a good question.
Now, they tried to say that the TSU was lowering diversity of other schools. I remember when they tried to do that literally they were saying that because Black students are preferring to go to TSU, it's lowering the diversity in other schools, which, by the way, they don't care about diversity. So they're just scraping at anything at the bottom of the barrel to make this legit. TSU is the only public HBCU in Tennessee. According to federal calculations, the state owes TSU $2.1 billion. So I find it funny that they're citing that the board was mismanaging finances. However, the state owes TSU $2.1 billion due to historic underfunding back all the way to the 80s.
Wow.
Let's hear Representative Justin Pearson of Memphis, who broke it on down.
We are now seeking to dismantle the entire board for the only Black HBCU, public HBCU in our state. This is wrong and immoral. This perpetuates the racism of previous generations into legislation today. The University of Tennessee, a predominantly white institution, and the state's other land-grant university did in fact get its full state funding each year. Some years, the University of Tennessee even got more than its required funding levels. But Tennessee State University was denied those resources, and because they were denied the resources, there were problems that occurred. But instead of us rectifying the problems that we created through racist policies by underfunding Tennessee State University, we're now advocating to vacate their board.
He was in the pulpit. Okay.
Right? You need to go find Jonathan Majors and, talk about Coretta Scott King, because he's delivering the message just like the
Please
good Reverend.
stop it. Please. Not him delivering the message like the good Reverend Doctor. So, TSU should take cues from HBCUs in Georgia alumni from several because from several HBCUs in Georgia, they filed a federal lawsuit because the government underfunded them. But here's the thing, they block our funding and then they're shocked when an HBCU is struggling financially.
Yeah.
They set you up for failure. Now, let's just surmise, for creative purposes, what would it look like if the same happened to some white institutions? Here's a little game called What If? What if the University of Tennessee suddenly found itself scraping for pennies because the government misplaced its funding? Y'all, they be having fish fry fundraisers, serving up crispy catfish nuggets, hush puppies, trying to keep the lights on. We got to keep it going, Tennessee. They would not just take over their board. They would be having car washes.
Yeah,
what if Cornell University's endowment fund was accidentally invested in a pyramid scheme? You think they would shut down Cornell? No. They would be rebranded as Cornell Casino and Resort, complete with slot machines in the lecture halls and roulette tables in the student unions. They would do whatever they needed to do. What if Stanford University's budget just mysteriously disappeared into a black hole labeled administrative expenses? Y'all, the faculty would be on every corner selling those fundraiser chocolate bars for $1. I got caramel, wafer crisp, dark chocolate. They are in Silicon Valley up there in Northern California. They would immediately have a Bitcoin situation going on and get that thing together. So this is BS. We know that. But we always, every time, have to ask the age-old question, why should black people care? Because this isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about our right to equitable education. And later in the hour, I definitely want to make time for you as an HBCU graduate, Supreme, to talk about why it is so important that we keep all these HBCUs open.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? Hit me up 1-855-AMANDA-8. That's 1-855-262-6328. I want to hear about you and what you all think about this. And when we come back, I'll tell you about my weekend.